YouTube. Welcome. Now, if you're on our YouTube channel, you'll see the first video that I did with Adobe 2 years ago, where we first started this journey. So it took us 2 years to get to this stage to actually in grooming. So just giving him a little brush through, just generally get him to relax a little bit, because I'll be working on his face, and he has gone on the frame for the face, but I want to give his hair a comb through first, and also take his bunches out. He doesn't need them in. So I hope everybody's been having a good week so far. Yeah, just break the damn thing, that's the best way to do it. That's it, is it both out? Good. Then the hair that's been up in the bunch, just give it a quick comb through. And if you groom as much as I do, it doesn't take long for the comb to get through. That's one of the joys about home grooming, is you can do as much or as little as you want. I mean, even 5 minutes a day is better than none at all. And as I says, once you start doing your own home grooming, you actually discover you actually really enjoy it. It's a very relaxing time. It's obviously a time it's just for you and that particular animal that you've got on the table. That if you've got multiple dogs, obviously you're going to have to split your day up a little bit. But we still will get mats. That's just part and parcel of a Tibetan Terrier, I think. They mat really easy, especially if they've got wavy hair like Obi has. You're going to get mats, no matter which way you look at it. But I suppose there'll come a point in the grooming itself when you realise that actually you're doing a really good job. Well, I hope I'm doing a really good job. Right, let me just refresh the Tibetan Terriers page. I don't want that happening. I need to refresh it, don't I? Refresh. Just to see if anybody's there will be yet. You never know. Oh, hello Nico, how are you? Maud's really giving you the run around, isn't she? Is she puffing you out, that little girl? Wait till she gets to the terrible sixes. Is she, actually I was meaning to ask, is she nipping you yet? And you know what to do when they nip, you yelp like a dog. Not literally like a dog, you wow, like that. So you know you're telling it you're feeling pain. And usually they go away, feel a little bit sorry for themselves, and then come straight back again and maybe start again, but maybe not be so rough with you. I mean, that's what I did with Obi when he was at that sort of terrible 6 month where he just wanted to chew the crap out of everything. And I didn't really, that's the thing, the secret behind actually doing it is you do it really loud. I mean, like, over exaggerate it, yeah, like a pantomime. And that startles them, it makes them, oh my god, am I going too far? I'm going to sit in the corner here and just mope for about 5 minutes. Then I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, everything's okay, and I'll make sure I don't bite mummy as hard again, yeah? Yeah, so you do the yelp, just do it really loud and do it right in her face, and then turn your back and walk away, yeah? Don't walk away, go into the kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea or something, you ignore her when you do it, because that's how she learns, that she's overstepped a boundary. But as loud as you can, because their hearing is so sensitive, something's really loud, it completely like saturates them, yeah? And that's what you want to do, that's what you want. You want her to realise that there's a boundary that she has to adhere to. And that's what I did before, like I says. It's always one, isn't it, Ruby? Yeah, so take care of that. You always get these here, especially underneath the folds of the ear, where it is absolutely horrendous it mats so easily, and it just needs to get a little bit of moisture on it. But I don't need the cornstarch for this. Because I comb it regularly, I can usually get away without using so much cornstarch on Obi now. But don't get me wrong, I will use it, and I like to use his little man spray. I'm going to try this tonight when I put his hair up, sort of dampen his hair a little bit and see how I do it. I mean, it's just experimental. I wanted to talk about something really serious tonight. I very rarely look at the news, but something caught my eye from the one of the channels about Alzheimer's. Now, when I first started nursing, I worked with Alzheimer's patients for about 11 years. Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, all that, and watched families fall apart, families become strangers and stuff. I mean, all that. I mean, I worked in a respite ward, and I was reading today in one of the science journals, I love science, that Filfa, a company, actually have a drug that stops Parkinson's. No, not Parkinson's, stops Alzheimer's. Stops it in its tracks. And they've known it since 2015 that it has a 65% chance of actually doing it. And do you know they held that back from the people because it would make them enough money. So there is cures out there, and these big farmers have actually got the, not so much the cure, the prevention. It prevents Alzheimer's, and yet they won't fund it. I mean, these people that do these things, make these things and decide, I mean, what it is at the end of the day, it's all money. It's just money. If they can't make enough money, they don't want to know about it. And yet, you know, at the moment, the world over, there's over 40 million people with Alzheimer's. 40 million the world over. And knowing that there's a prevention there, and considering that they had those results from 2015, how many people have died between that time and now that could have had at least an extra couple of years, or actually not lose their whole brain function? It's really heartbreaking to sit in a room with a family and their mother or dad is sitting there between the doctors and social workers, and the parents sitting blathering away like a child, and their own kids are sitting there, they don't know what to do. That's why a lot of them end up in homes totally forgotten about. Oh, there they are. I thought I lost my bands there. So what I want to do is, I realised last night when I put Obi's hair up, I was able to see his face really good, and that's what I want. I want a nice clear face so that I can really layer the beard. But in order to do that, I have to hook the hair, don't I? And I want to, I mean, I know it's perseverance, we're putting the hair up in bunches and stuff, but there must be easier ways to do it. Could anybody tell me? Hello Paul, how are you? Yeah, he's fine. Eunice waiting over there. I'm still going to have to do a lot of treatment on Eunice's coat. She's still gnawing, and I wonder if she must be really allergic to something. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be nerves, but I don't know what would cause nerves like that. I know my sister absolutely adores Ewan, and so does John, but there's just something it makes her want to know all the time, and I don't know if it's to do with the tail or not. And she can't seem to keep her teeth off of her back. So I'm going to have to, at some point, maybe tomorrow. I didn't go out and buy scissors today because I sat and did my garden. And I've decided tomorrow when I go to get scissors for Roby, I'm going to start buying lavender. I absolutely love lavender. And with all the work that I did in the garden today, I think it's such a shame to let all the work go to waste just so it can all grow up again. I don't want that. Stand up. Stand up. Turn. Come on. Come on. There we go. One side's higher than the other. How's that will be? You don't know? Oh, now do I. Right, let me put the bum on first. And tomorrow we will have our first cooking show. And if anybody's interested and want to sort of like cook along, just let me know, and I'll tell you what ingredients you're going to need. But I'm looking forward to cooking a nice meal, I really am. Only for a couple of minutes, darling, okay? I know what I was doing wrong. It's just, this is the drawback of arthritis, unfortunately. Even little things like this can feel really fiddly, especially for fingers that are sore, like mine. Right, for this I'm not going to be using the clippers. I realise that actually with the combs that I've got two combs. One I use for Roby, one I use for myself. And they're just that little bit, but just a pity that wasn't more angled like that, so it's like that. With the blades in a sort of like a point. Because that's what the ones that I'm looking for tomorrow can do that. Right, I'll use a small comb. And another scissor. Oops. See, I think putting them on the table they're going to be safe. Instead they put them in here because they'd fall out when I bend over. Even when I picked them up I dropped the damn things. Right, so I'll put them there. Right, let me see the chops. Yeah, I think I'm going to be slicker for us, isn't it, baby? Yeah. So just use a slicker brush, just get all the hair going in one direction so that it frees up his mouth so I can get onto the bridge. Yeah, I'm going to have to shorten this a little bit at some point I think, but not yet, eh? Definitely going to get in there with the cornstarch. I'm starting to do all the work on the beard now so that I can get it ready for Sunday. And I haven't put any on him since the last time, which was I think 3-4 days ago. Daddy's favourite thing. Now remember, cornstarch is non-corrosive, it won't harm your dog in any way. The only thing is try and keep it off the nose and definitely keep it off the eyes. If you get it in the eyes, always have a bucket of water. I've got my bucket of water there and a cloth I've got sitting there. Work it right in. I use my thumb and forefinger. once you've done a little bit of work with your fingers, then come in with the slicker. See, here's one right here. Remember, a mat is just damp hair. If you cover it with corn flour, it will dry it out, and it makes it much easier to take out of the beard. So just work it and I'm using my thumb, forefinger plus my third finger as well. Just as much surface as you can cover. And just rub it right in. It's very good for the skin, you know. Again, this is all massage, it's all Reiki. It's all spiritual, especially when you're doing it with somebody you love. And I absolutely love you, you know that? I do, yeah. Oh, I might get a kiss. I feel loved, Daddy. I feel loved. I feel loved. Stop it. Stop it. So, Paul, have you made any more of those little gorgeous hedgehog homes yet? When I did my garden today, I used my I had to use my hand shears, but luckily I know gardening. I knew exactly to start from the top and just work my way down to the bottom, going in a straight line. And oh god, it took ages. Ended up my arms were so sore, but I felt a good bit of achievement from it. This is really good doing this. This feels really nice. And I think he's enjoying it as well, isn't he? What do you think? You're a big kissable. You're a big kissable boy. There we go. Work that right in. Let me give this a refresh. I think it refreshes itself sometimes, but try and run around with balance and work, sleep. Oh, wow. Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that. It's really funny watching Obi from 2 years ago. His hair's so short. This is when I started doing them, and I actually, first time I did them actually on the chair in front of the camera, and he's sitting on my lap. Oh boy, days have changed, isn't it? Now I've got more like a studio now. I've got my tables around me. I've got 3 tables. One for the big screen so that I can run everything, all the different channels. Plus I've got my Microsoft Word open. But anyway, here's this Filfa thing. Filfa has discovered a medication that can prevent the disease, but Pfizer choose not to make that knowledge public. Enbrel is an anti-inflammatory drug that Pfizer said seemed to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's by 64%, and they had known this for decades. They had known about its proper effect on Alzheimer's since 2015, and they ditched the test because it says it was to save money. I think it's because they would have lost a lot of money by making a thing that actually got rid of the Alzheimer's. I've absolutely no respect for people that it treat medicine as if it's a business. I mean, that's why the NHS is the way it is these days. I mean, my days in the NHS, it was never a problem with the staff caring, staff do care, but the amount of demands put on staff is just unbelievably sick. Oops. Have a quick drink, baby boy. I put the disco lights on for you. Is that better? It chops up Come on, mister. Come on, Obi. Come on, son. I tell you what, Obi, let me use your brush. See if this is... I mean, I might get away with just using this. Yeah, this is better, isn't it, Obi? Did you see the picture of what I did with my fridge? You know, my fridge broke, but my freezer works, which is really weird. And I'll be taking my insulin over to my sister because you know insulin's got to be in the fridge. So I took the door off today. I finally cleaned the fridge today, and it'd been there for about 6 weeks. I just couldn't face it. The smell, and me being an ex-nurse, smells usually don't bother me, but for some reason it did. Ever since the first heart attack, I've been really weary about smells. But today I tackled it, and I ripped the door off, cleaned it out, completely cleaned it with bleach and everything that I could get my hands on. And now I use it to store all my herbs and spices. So it might be broken, but I've got use out of it. I've given myself an extra bit of cupboard space. All I need to do now is I'm keep my eyes on freeze cycle, because sometimes you get these little tabletop fridges, you know, the ones that people keep beer in and then they get rid of it because they can't want it. But the thing is, I don't particularly use a fridge that much. The only thing I'd use a fridge for would be for butter and milk, nothing else. So try and get as much of this stuff back out as you can. It will take a little few times, but there's one way you can get it out if you really want, and that's to obviously I'm going to take this off while I do this. Take your noggin out. What happened there, or did you do that, mister? Less sleep. Oh, tell me about it, Paul. I'm one for less sleep, but I'm so active, my brain is constantly on the move. This is just, I think it's also partly being depressed as well, Paul, because I think I'm coming out of it now. I'm coming out of the depression, and I'm sort of like coming into this sort of period of I want to be really active. And one of the things I want to do is I want to do something more with my garden, because if you look at the pictures, you see that I've got a slope like that. But one thing I can grow on it is lavender. And I want to make these necklaces with lavender now for dogs, just as a natural barrier against fleas. So I've got to start buying lavender. I'll get some tomorrow. That's it. Right, let me. I don't know if this is plugged in or not, Obi. I'll soon find out. You're in luck. Look at that, what you say? How can you not fall in love with that little face, eh? He doesn't need that little leg, does he? Oh, you are such a diva. You're such a diva. Mr. Diva, we're going to call you. Mister, I'm so important. I need my beard not touched. You're not getting away with it, mister. Don't try. Don't try. Yeah. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, I know you love me. I love you too, but you get your hair cut. Step back a little. Right. Right, so the area I want is right here. The area I want is right on here. You see? It's just a little bit uneven. I wonder if it's better to come around here. Let me check. Oh, let me get a quick ring. I'm definitely longer than my last video. My first video just finished. My first video just finished, Toby. And you're saying, I wish we just finished now as well. Yeah, still a little bit of work to be done in there, but what I want to deal with is just here. Right, you got to stay still, baby. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, definitely gonna have to work more on doing his a really nice hairdo. But like it's anything, it's an experience. Nicole, you putting Maud's hair up, or can you get it in a band yet? Because I know puppies do grow really fast. While we're at it, I'm working. Oh no, I don't need. Can't be asking over for it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a new pair of scissors tomorrow. I'll take a trip by B&Q. I think B&Q will be the best place to buy lavender. Or well, it'll be the cheapest. I'm not buying them from Wyville because I know they're about £8. I might get them for a fiver in B&Q. You could do it when B&Q. Hey, Obi. It says all from the beginning. Never cut too much off, always a little bit. Always a little. Lift your head up. Head up. Head up. Head up. That's what is it? No. You had enough. I can always tell when he's had enough because his mood changes. It's more to I want to go and lay down now. I've had my dinner. The thing is, every time you stand up, obviously a part that needs done. You have to come to a compromise, you know. If I can keep the scissors in one bloody place. Always good to talk to your dog when you're actually doing work on them. This is coming along quite nicely now, the layering under here. I quite like it. It's still a bit uneven in parts, but it's passable. Then we've got this little bit here where I don't mind it hanging down because it hides the tackle underneath. Not do any more with these scissors, they'll be a crap. Absolutely. Aren't they, baby boy? Hello, Una. Una's sitting staring me out over there. She's got these little goggly eyes. She's really cute though, isn't she? She's really cute. What I'm going to do with Una a little bit later on is I'm going to give her another bath, I think. I'm going to give her a bath until I can clear her skin up because I think there's something that's really irritating and I don't know what it is. It can't be her diet because she's on a special sort of like Chihuahua diet. I mean, it might be just a disposition, it might be just one of these dogs that that's always itchy. You want that? Excuse me. Oh my then, big bubble. There we go. Whew. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and it'd be nice to see. Yeah, we do have a nice bond, and I think it's made stronger by the grooming as well, Nicole, because I started to read a lot more from Obi. I realised that a lot of our communication is non-verbal. It's sort of like the way he greets you and stuff like that. But he's in a funny mood at the moment. I think Una's getting into heat and she's pestering the hell out of him and he can't get away from her. And then he goes in a sulk if I bring her up on the bed. So in the end I have to put her down on the floor because even on the bed she's like pouncing on him, biting him and stuff like that. But playful sort of like girlfriend bites. And he's just not having any of it. I think Obi's gay. I think he prefers male dogs to female dogs because his attitude to male dogs is completely different from females. With females he'll want to play with them and chase them about and stuff, but with males he wants to go off to the bushes with. Yeah, that's him. He's off now. She's pursuing him like a hound. So anyway, thanks for watching, and remember tomorrow, if you look out, I will write up the recipe for tomorrow's dog's dinner. Tibetan Terrier's Secret Kitchen. We'll call it the dog's dinner because it's not only for the dog but you can eat it as well, which if you're vegetarian I'll show you a different sort of style. I mean, you can use steady fish and beef nut, you can use corn mince and stuff, yeah, but what I'll do is most of the ingredients together you're able to eat it. If you're non-vegetarian you're able to eat what your dog eats. So thanks for watching and I will see you tomorrow. Mind tune in at 9 o'clock and please like, share and subscribe and join us on Facebook, join us on YouTube as well. Right, thanks for watching everyone.